What's up guys, it's Stanky here again, and I'm just doing another replay analysis for this player, MIM, who plays Ember Spirit. I just want to quickly talk about the pick phase though, because I'd just be looking at your team here and thinking that Ember's probably not the best pick, because you've already got one support in the Windrunner, unless in the Crystal Maiden, and then Windranger's probably going to go mid, or the Zeus will go mid, and the other one will play another core position. I don't think either of these are particularly good supports. I guess it does depend on what your team was talking about, but I'd think of these three heroes as your core heroes. The Windrunner, Zeus and Necro, it's a good combination of physical and magical damage, and you've got CM, so I'd either here be picking like a jungler or another laner so that you could, have the Windrunner mid, and then lane like CM Necro and then Zeus plus something else like old school lane like a Sand King or whatever, or go a jungler and let the Zeus solo. But just picking your fave hero is not always the best way to win games. But also Ember's a bit of a scary pick into Silencer and Quap. If Quap wants to build an Orchid, it's really bad against Ember, and Quap's a good Orchid builder, and she's a hard lane if you go mid, which you didn't, but it's just sort of things to think about when you're considering the hero. You'll have to build like an early Manta, maybe potentially before Battle Fury, if you want to not die too much. Starting build, if you're going Safelane, I think this is okay. If you're planning on going an early Aquila, I like getting the Ring of Protection early. And then you can still potentially buy the Stout Shield from Side Shop. If you buy the Ring of Prot, Tango Self, let's go back and not miss anything. Can we pause here? Right on the horn, beautiful. If you buy the Ring of Prot and Tango Self, I think you come up just short of being able to buy the Ring of the Stout, but you can buy the Stout from Side Shop before the lane starts, which I like doing. And yeah, that's about it. Like if you're gonna go that build, like if it means you can get it, if you have the Ring of Prot, you can get it early passive from the Side Shop without using chicken, in taking it away from your courier away from the mid hero who might want to be bottle crowing, etc. Sorry for the stuttering. Just keeping an eye out for high ground heroes here. You all go in pretty late. Let's see what your fog looked like. You see the bottom there. One of you should probably be zoning, if you're not all three of you running straight for the rune. If you want to take the rune, you need to get there earlier, before like it's spawning now. You need to sort of get there, take your position a little bit, and then they can fight. Whereas here, you all get stunned. Toss stunned, which is terrible, because you're all grouped up, all going for the rune at once. Some of that's your fault, some of that's theirs. If your mid heroes there, you really want to be letting them get the rune and you be doing the zoning, so you could go skill something like Shackle, and you could shackle the guys up here, and let your mid run in and get the thing, and then also you're not grouped. You could also come around here, and dance around from this top point. I just don't like running in, charging in when you already see the Quap here on high ground as a group, and you've lost half your health because of that, and you've missed a CS. You got some early contestation. If the Centaur is contesting your lane early by just running at you, which is good, it's what he should be doing. And you don't have your Flame Guard first to be able to push the lane, to be able to fight him or push your lane. I do like getting Flame Guard as mid. Playing safe lane, if you've got a partner, sometimes chains can be good, but I'd normally go Flame Guard as my first ability, but I think you skilled that just because you're trying to live there, which is fine. You pulled the wave. You can't get any of these, you're not missing too much. Waves pushing into your tower, that's fine. Here you're waiting too long to get close to the creeps. They're both melee heroes, they're not going to do anything here. You need to be here, grabbing the creeps and pulling them back over this way to meet your creeps here, rather than being miles away and then the creeps are too low by the time you come to hit them, and you also means you were too late to get the first attack on that range creep so that you could get the second one in before the tower kills it. he's pulled the creeps back towards you, which is good, and he's done it right as the like it's a one tower hit away from killing it, which is perfect. So the tower could swing it at once, and then you could attack. Yeah, you can get this one as well, and now start denying that. It's good. You could have potentially got that one. You should start denying this. Is it under half yet? It is now. And Necro's going to do it. Get the last hit, deny that, so keep your leg in equilibrium. Good, that's fine. Here you can pull the creeps back, so when you're not going to be pulling them back under your tower if you go here. So when that creep gets low, this one, or even do it right there, I would pull, right click on them to pull aggro. I've seen a lot of players not doing this in the replay analysis that I've done. They don't pull the wave at all. They don't seem to do it in mid reasonably often, but in the safe lane no one ever does it. You can really get a lot of CS, but also prevent yourself taking damage while you're CSing by doing that. And you got to take it takes even more advantage when you have a range hero in your lane. So if you pull them back towards you here, and when they come to contest your creeps further up here, it's easier for your ranged hero to just hit them, and it's more time they have to spend in Heartstopper Aura. So getting that and then denying this is your next priority. Yeah. And then your lane Necrom's going to get a little bit fucked, so you got to deny this real quick. Yeah. You seem to know that pretty well. Oh, he's going for a toss. I wouldn't have popped your chains quite so early there because you're standing in the middle of all the creeps. You got 2 level and then flame guard, so you can pop your flame straight away. That's not going to get popped, but you pop it, and what does it hit? I think it just hit. Does it hit the range creep in the centaur? A lot of people use his chains incorrectly. What it does is hit 2 random enemies around him in this range. And if you've got 3 creeps in there and a hero, it might not even hit the hero. So that creep does die just before you hit this creep and you hit the hero, which is lucky. It could have not hit the hero. It could have just hit 2 creeps. But then also the tiny isn't boulders, so you can't stop him running and getting the stun off on your Necro. So if we slow it down, you pop your boulders here, you'd run over this direction to get him out of this one creep here, out of your circle. I'd run over this position, be punching the centaur, and try to hit your boulders on both. Or save it. Just fight the centaur and then use your boulders as he starts to run. You have to kind of judge the situation. But if you get them low by punching because they're focused on your Necro, and you're doing flame guard damage to them and hitting them the whole time while he's standing there, then you can, when he's about to leave, boulders him and kill him, chase him down. I think you dive here and die. I was watching the very start of this replay. But here, you got to realize that it's over, right? So what are you going to do? How are you going to get this kill at this point? What you can do is have them both on no health with, like, he's got tranks, but he doesn't have too much regen. Leaving the lane, they can't contest you. If they want to fight you again soon, you're going to have your cooldowns up and you can potentially kill them. But you're going to tank an entire creep wave and hope that you can get your chains up again, and then roll the dice that you hit one of them, right? So when you use that bowlers, again, I don't know if this is just not understanding how bowlers works, the reason that people do this, but you're going to have these creeps following you the whole time, so they're always going to be in your circle. Can I follow you and do that? I can. Yeah, so you've got 1, 2, 3 creeps and 2 heroes in your circle. You've actually only got 2 creeps when you cast it, but it does such little damage at level 1. Does 80 damage. So it's not going to kill him, right? He's got 150 health. The only way you kill him here is if you get a hit off as well, and he's back under tower at this point. So then you could have just, once you weren't going to get the hit off, or just commit. You have to hit him, and then you probably die. But here you just die for nothing. I would have backed off at the point as soon as you started taking creep damage. You don't always have to get the kill to win your lane, right? If you stuff all their regen and make them have to go back to base, or make them have to sit out of XP range for the next 2 minutes, that's winning your lane as well. If you dive in like that, you're literally just rolling the dice, and it can either go well or very poorly. But you can just take the guaranteed good scenario of you not diving if the kill's not a sure thing. And now that puts you way behind. You have to buy a TP, you lose gold. I don't think you bought before you died. If you're going to die, you should just buy a TP before you die. I didn't see if you did that or not. But I don't like buying magic wand either. I see this a lot as well. Buying early magic wand. Did you buy that from Yeah, you bought the circlet and the wand. Oh, you did buy before you died. Why does it keep stuffing up? Sorry, this isn't really that important, but I'm just interested. So you dive here. Here I'd be buying TP and boots. And you don't buy before you die, you buy afterwards. Magic wand here is not good. Or even a bottle sometimes is Safelane Ember. I tend to get away without bottle. But it is a really nice item on Ember if you're going to go in early travs. You can refill it all the time with your travs. Which I like on Ember, safe and mid, it's like menu preference. I don't really like any of the other boots on him. Treads is okay for him, but if you don't go bottle with treads, you lose the benefit of tread switching with bottles. So. I like Aquila Magic Wand travs into then either Manta or Battle Fury this game. But yeah, that death's put you really far behind. And like not having any more raw damage, like not having it. Oh, you got CM more of this game, so I guess that makes Aquila a little less important. Could potentially just go Abrasive if this CM's getting early points in Arcane Aura, which he is. Or you could still go the Aquila, skip the bottle and just get the early ring of regen so to keep your health up. Alright, so they go in your Necro here. I don't like getting a point in Sleight of Fist. Getting level 2 in Searing Chains is so massive. It gives you, it scales, if you look at how the duration scales, it goes 1 second, 2 second, 2 seconds, 3. So the second point is really important. And it, yeah, it goes from 80 to 120 damage, still on 2 targets. And Sleight of Fist doesn't do a lot early, and it's got such a long cooldown. And if you're gonna get it, you could have Slight Chains them there. You need to move. So when you're attacking him here, you're just right-clicking him with Flame Guard up and not doing anything. So you're not stunned, you've got Flame Guard up, they're gonna be running away, and you're just right-clicking him and hoping that he doesn't do anything, and then Sleight of Fist, and now he's out of range. Running away, he gets out of range of your burn. So what you need to do is, once you start hitting him here, pop your Flame Guard, hit him. Why are you running to this side? What's that about? So attack him and then just shadow, like step down into the right. Attack, go this way a little bit so that you're staying burning, and then attack, and then keep going this way, attack, keep going this way. So you're following him down with your movements and attacking whenever you get the chance, not staying behind him, right-clicked on him, and then just following him downwards, getting off with attack, either never or whenever he stops. And he has a chance to outrun you and get out of burn range. You do have faster MS than him then when his tranks are down, but that's even more of your advantage if you're stutter stepping. People do it a lot with ranged heroes, but with melee heroes they sort of forget to do it. You know, like orb walking as they call it, you can sort of apply the same principle with a melee hero. So chainsing is fine, it would be 2 seconds if you had your Q, and then you'd probably get a double kill here. You'd probably be able to hit this guy a couple times, and chase the Tiny down, and they'd both be dead. Because they really overcommitted there on your Necro. And then again, you get Dive Fever, like you've got literally nothing up. So you need to attack these guys like twice, because your Flame Guard's not doing a hell of a lot of damage at level 2. And you run in a tank tower. And you did. Also there, you should have just hit him, because you were dying to tower attacks, right? So here, he comes down, swings, he's low, you're about to die to this, just turn and punch him. Or stealth. But you've got to do one. Running is certain death. If you turn, you might kill him. And you didn't buy again before you died. You can, if you should have your TP on a quick buy. Mine's like 6, so whenever I'm about to die, it's just reflexive for me to buy either my item with my hotkey buy if I have it down in here, which you should always have something purchasable in your hotkey, and your quick buy. is it called the quick buy for the TP or the quick buy for the item? I don't know. Either way, you should have both. So you can buy a TP and whatever item you're like ready to get next. If you haven't already purchased it, you can get both. Save you losing gold. But at bare minimum, get a TP. So Necro's going to pull, so yeah, it's fine, you're pushing the wave out. That creep's not going to die before all his do, so it's cool, you can just chill. I'd probably kill this before it gets to tower, because that could die to one tower hit, and you won't get the CS. But you run it into range, and then it dies, so... You gotta learn tower range, you seem to not know it on your side and on their side, you don't seem to know where tower aggro starts, which is really important. Just play around with it. Go into a private game and just sort of walk around the tower, get used to where it starts in each lane. So here you can get aggressive, you know that he's by himself at the moment. I mean, you don't know that, but like there's no tiny in the lane. So if there's two of you and one of him, he shouldn't be getting free contesting of last hits or CS. So and pushing you off as well. So Necro's starting to get a bit aggressive here, he's near you again. So if I was there, I would have popped Flame Guard and chased him. If he is about to do the swing to stun you, pop your chains, so that he can't stun you and then run away while you're stunned. Keeps you in range for Flame Guard, or since you've skilled Sleight of Fist, you can try to dodge his stun with Sleight. You sort of missed your opportunity for that now, the Tiny's back. Did you miss CS there while you were buying? No, you didn't. If you have your stuff on quick buy, it's a lot easier to, a lot quicker to get it. People are very slow at shopping. Also here, pull the wave back again. The wave's pushing out anyway, so you don't have to worry about them killing your range creep. And they've got two of them close here. Just do the same thing. Run up, right click on them, pull these creeps back up to here, so that you can last hit them easier. Your Necro's not doing anything, which is a bit unfortunate, but he should be standing like here, punching them, or up in here, attacking these guys as they come into last hit, or at least being there to support you if they go you like this, because he's got such a long reaction time to get to you here. You're just about dead by the time he gets there. Or actually dead. Yeah. So it's just shit play by him. But you also have to, and you're pinging him, but you also have to know that if he is there, you can't play like that. It is his bad, but it's also your fault for playing like that when he was out of position. You need to tell him to come on voice chat or something, or just play safer until he comes to your lane. Or if, like I said, you pulled the creep aggro back, it would have been harder for them to get to you. So you've had 3 deaths in this lane already, which is really, really unfortunate. And Necro's died 3 times as well. So your early laning phase here could have been a lot better by some decisions you made, both item-wise and decision-making and skill build. So here, when he combos like this, I think what you need to be doing is stopping the Tiny coming. So he's thrown him here, he's going to stomp. The thing that's going to kill him is the Tiny coming in and avalanche tossing. Oh sorry, avalanching because he's already tossed. So you should fuck the Centaur, don't worry about him. Once he's blown his stuff, he's just going to start dying to Necro, because Necro is going to heal and do damage. You should run down here, and even just to here, you can slight chains, and then you can place your slight so it's in a circle like this, so it doesn't cover any creeps. And slight chains do the combo where you know, I assume you know how to do it, where you use your slight of chains just on the Tiny, and then push Q while you're hitting him with the Sleight of Fist. So that it traps him, and then he can't follow up stun. And then you can start hitting the Tiny, as his just avalanche isn't going to kill you, and shouldn't break your flame guards. 350, 180, yeah, like way off. And then yeah, you can just start punching him, chasing him down. The Centaur's not going to kill your guy, the Tiny's not going to kill you, and hopefully you'll be able to kill both. If the Tiny starts getting out of range and the Centaur's dying to the Necro, then you can just turn and help the Centaur. Help kill the Centaur. Because all the spells are going to be done. And yours are too, but you've got boots and flame guard up, and you can just walk along next to them. This is just an awareness thing. I don't know where you were watching here, but they walked back up through the creep wave to you, I think, and you just didn't notice. Player perspective. So your camera position's terrible. So that's the problem. I think were you shopping or something? So you see all the spare map you have up here that's not looking at anything? You have your hero in the middle of the map. It should be your hero near the top of the map, because you know what's behind you, nothing. What you don't know is what's on their side of the map, what they're doing. So your map position should be like this when you're last hitting. Or like close enough to that. So you can last hit, and then you finish last hitting, so you can scroll down and see what's going on there. Let's see what happens on there. Your fog. How do I get yours? F3, yeah. So you can see the tiny still there. You don't, the centaur, sorry, you don't see the tiny. Get the last hit. They both run in there. It's pretty quick. But even if you're just watching the map, the mini map, you can see the tiny come up there for a few seconds, and then you just run and stand still. You could have done is potentially hold your chains, because it's only 1 second. This is such a bad thing about having this 1 second chains. And your sleight of fist on cooldown, so you can't even use that to dodge. If you just are running, that's a good start. But if you get stunned and then use like slight chains here to dodge the tiny stun and chains them at the same time, then you potentially could have got away. When you're hitting a solo against this sort of combo that can just blow you up from full health, you need to be super cautious. And if you're not last hitting, don't just go stand here in the open. Like either get right back, or at least be paying attention to what they're doing. So these early deaths, I think, are going to play a huge role in the game. You seem to catch up later by your final score, and which I saw in the Facebook post. But I don't know why you've gone mid here and just competed with the Zeus for last hits. This is really bad. No, mate. Did he tell you to do that? Because this is just not good. You never want to be in the same place as the other core hero farming unless they're actually looking to leave. And he's just checking runes and stuff. Like, he still wants to be here. This is just really bad. Now your Necro's alone again, just dying. And you're competing with another core for farm. So you're getting no farm top and feeding a hero and halving your farm bottom, and you're pinging him to tell him to go away. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, this is I hate this shit as a mid player. It's like you're not helping him farm. You're just taking his splitting XP, and it draws attention like this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This 1 point of chains is so weak. 1 second, such a short amount of time.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
That worked out, I guess, but you tanked a lot of freaking damage for it. So what happened there? You had everything up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nice dodge. Oh, you nearly dodged it, I think. Did you remnant forward there?
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know what. Yeah, I guess you were didn't react to the Zeus ulting. That was pretty aggressive again, though, going on a quap after you'd already used everything.
This'll come in handy.
And she still had blink. Just puts you out of position without a way to escape. If you if she didn't die there and you remnanted and she just blinked out, and they have support around them, which she's likely to do if she's coming in to fight like that, and you're in big trouble. Do you have a remnant up? You do. So this is the old 10-minute 5-man fight middle shit that tends to happen. And it's really bad. There's an entire wave here that's just getting ignored. And you're not very strong yet, despite the fact that you've got a couple of kills. You're level 7, 6 when you started this. And level 1 chains, level 1 sleight is not really what you want to be doing when you're fighting, just brown boots. And like, fortunately they overcommitted and you got a couple of kills, but you should be doing that off TP support, not off just sitting mid and fighting. You should have been farming this wave. It's a lot safer than being right here. And this early, that death comes back to early on with your, you know, laning decisions, item decisions, and skill build decisions, which got you behind in the laning phase, and then gave these guys a whole ton of kills, and gave them early blink daggers, which is why now you all have to be terrified to farm anywhere on the map, because you can instantly die to tiny centaur. And so is the entire rest of your team. So
Dire's bottom tower is under
the
attack.
mid game going poorly in this game is snowballing from
Dire's structures are fortified.
your early dives in here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean, there's other factors, of course, in the game that
Dire's
have gone
bottom
poorly
tower
for you.
is
Like,
under
you know, the
attack.
Quap's doing pretty well. The Jug's huge. But you've caught up on net worth because of those kills middle, which were fortunate for you, even though I was saying it was the wrong decision. Which, I mean, you can argue, but what are you going here? Are you going straight for Battle Fury?
Under attack.
That was good.
Radiant's top tower is
Did
under
you just buy a
attack.
TP? May as well sell it. Like, there's no point having that there. You've got a remnant up in base. Yeah. Apparently you can do this stuff in your MMR. I can't get away with that shit. You can't TP under a T1 tower, just dive a guy under a T2 with against a silencer. Now you're silenced for like 4 seconds. Any TP rotation here from one of these dudes and you're dead. If this guy owned a TP or if this guy owned a TP, it's all over for you. And I'm reasonably confident that you wouldn't have checked their inventory slots to see if they had TPs. If you did, then good shit. But yeah, that's not a play you can reliably make. It's super risky, and now you have to run all the way back out here anyway. I would have been much happier just to TP to a lane and push it out and farm it with a remnant up, you know, back here, or even in base like you had. Now you're much stronger. Now you've got 4-4, like 4 in your Q, 4 in your E. This is when the TP rotations can be much more beneficial. You could fight the jungle, but it's all dead. I would have gone Manta this game before Battle Fury, just because the Quap was building an Orchid, and there's a silencer, and being able to break silence is super important. And it just tanks you up a little bit. Just having a Battle Fury is not gonna. It's gonna make you be able to farm a little bit quicker, but it's not gonna keep you in this game. If you can farm a bit faster, it's fine. But like they're just gonna walk over your entire team before you farm enough items to become relevant enough to win the game. They got a hugely scary mid-game team, especially with the start they had with their dual melee offlane. That's just dumb. Like, I don't know what you're trying to achieve here. What did you see? Let's go back. Maybe you had some different information that I did. Observer's perspective is always a lot easier to make decisions from. So you saw a Centaur, you saw a Quap, you saw a Silencer. So you know there's 3 heroes mid. Centaur's now not visible, but you did see him. So what's your plan here? You're going to jump in. You're waiting for your W to be up. Here. You're going to jump in, you're going to like pop Flame Guard and Slight Chains and do all that, hopefully, before he casts Silence on you. And then you're going to tank a tower. Tank tower hits, get screamed by Quap. You don't have a Remnant up to jump to. So even if you get in, do all your shit, kill the Silencer, how do you get out at that point? Like, you can't. So if he gets last word off on you, even if you had a Remnant, if you didn't get off everything before you casted your Remnant, you'd be dead. And when the Quap uses his Q on you, your smooth speed's going to be super low. So even if you can chuck a Remnant, you know, back up here or like down the river here or back over to try to escape, it's going to move so slowly because you're going to be slowed by a Shadow Strike. And again, Shadow Strike plus some tower hits and a Scream. You're probably going to be dead. But yeah, that's not a mid-game safe lane carry decision. Diving a T1 tower with 3 of their heroes around it by yourself, with no escape plan. What carries do is this. They go to a safe lane, they push it out until it gets dangerous, and then they go and farm the jungle. Nice and boring, but safe. So now the wave's pushing back into him, so he goes back to farm. Shit's a little bit dangerous.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh, this is brave again. So you saw the tiny, I assume. Oh, sorry for yawning. Just finished work. So you see he's about to clear the whole wave.
Radiant's middle
You
tower
TP into
is
a jug
under
that has ulti up with Ags. And you have a remnant up, so you're hoping to bait that, I guess. So you're just going to jump out now. You're going to jump out now. You're going to... Okay, that was close. Lucky the tiny wasn't more attentive. Could have just come and stunned you and then you're dead. But again, that's just like a waste of travs. TPing into a jug like that. Could have gone down here and pushed out bottom or something. You're not going to kill the jug, right? Like, what? I don't see any world where you kill him and you only potentially die. You saw the tiny. That's Operation Get the Fuck Out. If he was a better player, you would have died there. He would have just straight comboed you. He should have had his finger on blink, saw you, bang, blink, stun, ever. He runs around for years. Blink, ever, toss, and you're dead. You only got out because he missed you. You actually waited till after stun before you jumped. If you're on a farm like that and you know that the heroes were around in your jungle, you need to have a remnant up and just be right clicking the creeps and have your finger on the D button, you know, you're ready to jump out with remnant, and like first sight you don't finish killing the middle creep or whatever, you just get out because the value of that isn't worth your life.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry if I'm sounding super negative, but like, I mean, that's not my goal of this video is to
Is under attack.
you know, pat you on the back for stuff you did well. I'll do that if I see it, but or if it's warranted, but I'm trying to point out things you can improve on or things you did wrong. So it's just like, if you're gonna TP here and go for that, TP on the siege creep, because he can two-shot the range creep. But again, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go for that kill. If he really wants to get out, he can just blink. If he doesn't have any support, and if you go in there and you get, you know, tiny or centaur decides to go you and stun you, you can just die before you can get out. If you're gonna farm that, may as well use your mana. You got full mana. Just use chains. Why'd you jump out there? No real reason. If you don't have, oh, you do have Battle Fury. You still want to use your mana to farm.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You do a lot of chucking remnants in the base and then travsing somewhere and then going back home. Which isn't really what I like to do with travs. I like to use travs to get to a lane and then leave a remnant like back here and then push the wave out. You can see my minimap here. Yeah, push the wave out down to like here, and if they ever go you can jump back to your remnant and then farm the jungle, and then bot lane might be pushing in, so then you travs down to this lane. You don't want to sort of do this thing, because if you travs out and have to go home, then you're stuck in the base with nothing to do, nothing to farm. You want to travs to a lane, keep a safe remnant up, push it out, go back to your remnant, farm the jungle, look for another lane to push, and you can sort of just alternate sides of the map, farming their jungle, TPing, alternating, just doing this shit, doing little rotations.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has been denied. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has
It's good
fallen.
tower pushing. You've got a remnant up, but you got to watch it's about to expire, so you want to drop another remnant here somewhere. You need to always have one up. No, I wouldn't. Why go home there?
Dyer's top tower
What? See,
is
what's the
under
point in
attack.
that? You're full health and mana. All you do by doing this play is waste the boots of travel cooldown that you could have up to go like defend a tower, right? So if you go home here, Trav's back. Now if you want to fight here, if they overcommit, whatever reason, your Trav's is on cooldown and you can only remnant back to the base. You wanted to have a remnant here and then I'd probably would have farmed this camp and seen if they turned up top, and as soon as I saw them all turning up top, I would have gone back to the lane here and pushed this lane out and tried to trade the tower. And just keep an eye on them. If any of them leave, check their inventories for TPs. Pop's got a TP. He's got Travs but no mana. Jug has a TP, so you see him, now you jump back to your remnant that you have here and you go farm all the jungle so that once he pushes this lane out he's got no jungle to farm. And now you got Travs up and the Jug's left, so you can go, hey guys, the Jug's gone bottom, let's fight top. You Travs top, and then you fight 5v4. The Jug has nowhere to get back, you do. You can abuse your Travs in that respect. You can split push the tower and then take a fight as they leave to come defend it. What's happened here? Oh no! This is another case of Manta getting you killed, I think. Or you trying to man fight a Jug. You can't man fight anybody. Again, you're tanking tower, so you should be A-clicking one of your creeps to get the tower off you. But you can't have a right-click wall with a Juggernaut. It's just not good, my friend. Jug's gonna win that shit every time, especially when you're tanking a tower the entire time. And you saw the Quap TP and didn't do anything. So you had stuff up. You could have remnanted here. You saw the Quaps TPing, the orange TP. This is where you start running, remnanting, dropping shit, not just tanking the tower and right-clicking a Jug. Silly. If you did what I did before, like what I was saying before, and you had your remnant, your Trav's TP up, you could have just straight TP'd out for a start, or you could have TP'd top much earlier. And you should have had a remnant up to go to. You should always have a remnant up if you're pushing like that. So I think that's the biggest thing in this game really is your deaths. Like you farm okay, your last hitting's okay, your skill build and item build's like a little bit off and they make somewhat of a difference, but your sort of decisions as to when you fight and how far you dive and like things you go in on that you shouldn't go in on are just way out of kilter. And it's unnecessary deaths are hurting your farm a lot and are really what's losing you this game.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Again, you don't have a remnant up, so like you do, but you should be dropping one here. Not see, now you're back home and now you're gonna waste Travs again. You're doing it wrong, my friend.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And now, yeah, now you want to join the fight, but you've Travs back to base, and you have to run all the way to the fight. If you had your Travs up, you could just Trav straight in.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
I like Manta over BKB as well, because you don't want to be man fighting as an Ember. You're not like a Slardar where you just want to... Oh, Slardar's been played a bit different. What's a better example? I don't know. God, I'm struggling to think of a melee carry who builds BKB. That's pretty bad, isn't it? But anyway, like I guess Jug isn't the best example because he doesn't really build BKB too often. But that kind of a hero who's just going to run in, right click you in the face, and pop BKB when the enemy team starts casting spells on you, or is about to. Ember wants to dance around on the side of the fights, get slight chains, get back again, jump out with Remnant, get more slights, and repeat that until they're low enough that you can go in on them with chains. And Manta's fine for breaking silence and that, and it also gives you a bit more sort of pushing utility. And it sort of scales better, like the pieces of it can help you farm. So they overcommit here or get reasonably low. You don't have a remnant, any remnant cooldowns, I don't know It's probably because of your jumping around to and from the base that you were doing, but this has just been a luck, I guess. That guy dies. Slight chains. I think you need to practice that by the looks. I think you just muck it up. I think you're just too slow at casting it on that one. Like if you only have one target, you have to do it pretty quick. Do you've gotten if you quick cast on, or if you have normal cast? Yeah. Anyway. But you have to be able to do that consistently. I mean, you don't have to, but like it's a pretty important skill to have for Ember, to be able to do your slight chains effectively. But yeah, this
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
game is reasonably over at this point. You're winning on net worth only because, not because of your farm, but because you're getting a lot of cleanup kills on high heroes. So they've got a lot of high net worth heroes, and you're getting a lot of the last hits on them after they overcommit, which Ember is good at doing. But yeah, like BKB will hurt you this game as well. What are you building now? It's just stuffed because file replays work. So you didn't have a remnant up here either. You should always have a remnant. You could have just chucked one back there. If they go on you here, you're just dead. But I think that's a huge thing you can take out of this game, is how to use your remnants differently. Should be going for a slight chains there. You gotta be really ready to jump out there. If once you slight chains like that, they can just jump you and stun you. So you have to be quite prepared to pop BKB or to jump back to a remnant. I don't know if, yeah. The thing about having it in your base is it's nice because you can go back and heal up, but it also puts you really far away from the fight if it happens. So sometimes I like having my remnant like just here, depending on the situation, I guess. There you go. This is good. You need to be back here. You can't really be split pushing here. Whoa, that's too aggressive. You can't really be split pushing because you need to be doing the one doing the high ground defense, I think. But yeah, so you slight, which is all good, and then you walk down here to last hit the creeps in front of their entire team. No, my friend, no. So all you do here is like the tiny like avalanche tosses you, or you get silenced or whatever. You blink stomp before you can get BKB off. It's all bad things. They blew silence, and now you just have to go back and chill because you've already blown BKB, and he's silenced afterwards. So now you're just nothing for a while. That's good. BKB's down now. Flame Guard's still up.
Dire structures are fortified. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle
Guys are
barracks has fallen.
it's too far behind here. I think the stuff that I can teach you from this game has pretty much happened. There's still more to go. I guess we'll go very quickly through it, or skip a bit just to keep the video length down, and also because I think there's less to learn from now. You guys haven't really got any towers, it's just sort of a slow and painful death. There's no farm on any of your other heroes really, and you just farm for a while and pick up a Daedalus. DR, I guess, yeah. Alright. Well, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I wasn't too negative. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know, I guess, if I'm being too harsh, but I mean, what's the point if I don't tell you what I see, right? I guess I can try and do it a bit nicer. But, what you get is what you get. Thanks, man. Hopefully you got something out of this. Cheers. If you're still here, hopefully you can like my video or something. It'll incentivize me to do more, I suppose. Cheers.